Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of January 4th through the 10th of 2021. Happy New Year. It is indeed a new year, and we got a lot going on this week. 3 ingresses, Mars, of course, being the big one, leaving Aries after 6 months, moving into your 6th house. Big deal. Then we got Mercury coming into your 3rd house of Aquarius, and Venus coming into your 2nd house of Capricorn. So a lot of shifts. Let's take a look at the chart here for you. I would say Mars is the biggest deal. Like, Mars spent 6 months in Aries with a retrograde in your 5th house. I mean, this kind of like scraped it clean of like, how can you kind of like express yourself more freely? How can you be more yourself? How can you just act on the heart? How can you have, make more fun in your life? So I think that it's been a positive thing for Sag, even though it might have felt at times with the retrograde, like I am not having any fun at all, so this last week here, the first part of this week, I should say, when it comes out of shadow, it's really like, okay, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to move forward with. I know how to create for myself. And now we're coming into Taurus in your 6th house. It's kind of like, all right, I know how to create, but now I need to set the routines. I need to get things in order and take action for these things. Definitely make sure that your body and health is highlighted. Do the things that, make you feel strong and vital right now. Mercury coming into your 3rd house and meeting up with Saturn is a big deal, and it's going to square over to that Mars. So I think that your brain's on it's on full blast right now. You're getting a ton of information, especially with a Saturn and Jupiter there. I mean, it's blowing up. Like, it could feel like an information overload this week, but at the same time, things are shifting, things are changing in these cadent houses. So how can you act on the change? How can you switch up things to make yourself feel more in a routine with reality and not like lost in reality? And how can you communicate what you want to change and what you want to make happen? I would say that, the more that you can be of service in a sense, mentally and physically, is going to be good. And it might feel a little weird at first. Saturn's kind of trying to bring responsibility to you here to like get your message out. So, communicate the message. That could be the great service in a sense for you. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is in that 3rd house, and Mars is going to start applying that square, and then Jupiter is also applying the square to Uranus. So I think that there's just this information overload, and it's shifting reality for you. So how can you kind of go with the flow and take action for new routines and not get lost in things that are taking you out of power, but make sure that you're doing things that bring you some sense of purity. And I think that Mars will give you a lot of vitality and kind of have you be a well-oiled machine if you're going after the abundance that makes you feel more aligned to something bigger, and not getting lost in information that's not feeling aligned with the reality that you want to have and doesn't feel like it's connecting to your mind in a stimulating way. Venus coming into your 2nd house is great in Capricorn. I definitely it's going to feel good the more you value yourself and the more that you feel comfortable and confident with the relationship to yourself, and definitely make sure that the people you're connecting with, you do have the North Node in your 7th house. So you definitely want to make sure that you're connecting with people that see that value, that see your self-worth, and make sure that you see that in them when it comes to relationships. I think that's beautiful. And then Venus trining that Mars is when you value what you want to accomplish in life and when you go after it. I mean, this Venus in the 2nd house can definitely bring up money. I'm just going to say that too. So it's when you value the work that you can put in on a daily basis, that's where the payouts, that's the payout. And you have to have the confidence to do the work for yourself, and you'll get the payout. So Venus is very positive in the 2nd house as well when it comes to money and finance. So use that to your benefit as well by putting in the work and starting the routines that make you feel okay, this feels comfortable, this feels right, this feels good, and I feel, like I can build something here with these earth signs. The sun at 18 degrees is interesting. It's going to quincunx that North Node in your 7th house. It is the relationship with yourself that is going to connect you with the relationship you want with other people. That's the second house, seventh house quincunx in general. It's like you can't have a good relationship outside of yourself with other people if you don't first have a good relationship with yourself. So I think that's a big theme this week for Sagittarius. Like if you definitely have that ultimate value of self, then you're going to be connecting with people that see that value in you too, and you're going to see that harmony, and it won't feel so weird. But if there isn't the connection to yourself and your values and what you're worth, nobody else is going to see it, and that's going to feel really strange. So that's a big thing that can come up. The sun's also going to sextile that Neptune in the fourth house. So I think that subconsciously, emotionally, you're getting all the signs from spirit here to express yourself and to see the value of what you can build and what you can go after and to who to connect with. And you just got to listen to that. And if you listen to that inner knowing, that inner intuition, you're going to be on the right path to setting the healthy routines, to get things in order, to keep your mind right. You have a lot going on with the mind. I think you're analyzing so much right now. Act on the things that are stimulating, that bring you a happiness, that let you express your creativity, and that let you express your inner emotions and have that, self-worth. And, I would say it's a big week of just understanding your value and not getting lost too much in other values or others' values. But if there's that balance, that harmony of power between relationship aspects, like that's the most beneficial. And you're going to know intuitively, very strongly where that is, although your mind's going to be on overdrive as well. So it's this mix of like trusting your intuition and then trusting all this information that's coming to mind. Oh, you got the 8 of Wands reversed, the 8 arrows of love reversed. Yeah, I think that, we can want to do things really quickly, and it is a quick time with so much in your third house with Mercury, Saturn. I think that you might want to move really quick, but maybe it's just time to slow down and trust the intuition, especially with Venus moving into the second house. Like slow down, make sure that you have your values in order when it comes to other people, when it comes to your passions. Just kind of like take a deep breath, ask your inner world, ask your emotions, ask spirit, source, if you need to, if things are going in the right direction. And your inner knowing is going to have more to do with where you find the comfort of reality than just like your brain. Because I think your brain could be going a million miles per hour this week. Like, no kidding. So maybe it's just time to slow down, take a deep breath, ask your inner world what's up, and I think that will actually guide you towards more of a foundation and towards more of a steady, place to build from and a steady place to grow from, and will help you connect with relationships, whether you're already in one or just dealing with other people in life, of the direction that they're going. I love you very much, Saggies. I will catch you next time. Peace.